That's a big woyoy. Is what it
Let's
is.
go.
Y'all see it. Domo Rigato, Mr. El Gato. I've been waiting. I ordered this thing like 3 months ago. Finally got my El Gato. Shout out to the, where's the packaging? To the El Gato Cam Link. Finally. Y'all see the crispness. Ladies and gentlemen.
Looking crisp.
Welcome back. New shirt. I mean, it's a shirt from old times, but it's a new shirt for me. But welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Locked Up Podcast. This is Assam, and I am Ali. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another episode of How They Lookin, the Los Angeles Lakers edition. If you are new to this segment or new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, let us know your thoughts. Disagree with us, I'm looking for some beef. I got beef sizzling.
Ooh.
Yeah, and if you are new, How They Lookin is a new thing that we've started where, because it's the start of the NBA season, we are breaking down, players, teams. We're seeing how they looking coming into the new season. We'll put some links up above on previous episodes. What we do last time? We did Kevin Durant in our most previous video, and then before that we did Zion Williamson. Links are in the description for you guys. But Sam, you're breathing.
Oh, good alive, I'm breathing.
Alive and I'm breathing. I do want to start off with like a little bit of an intro topic. A lot of stuff has gone around the league. It's tough to cover everything, so I want to cover the important stuff. If you guys are interested to skip to How They Lookin, I will put the timestamps in the description. But I want to start off with a very interesting topic, and that is the Houston Rockets. So James Harden played his first game the other day. He dropped 44 points and 17 assists against the Portland Trail Blazers. My demigod Christian Wood has been balling out the last couple of days as well. Now, this bodes the question the last couple of games. If you're Harden and you're looking around, you're saying, man, Steven Silas ain't that bad. This team ain't that bad. I didn't play with John Wall and Cousins, and we still managed to ball out the way we did. So should James Harden stay in Houston? Should he have second thoughts?
I think it's a wrap. I don't think he wants to be there. The only way I could foresee him staying, in my opinion, either way, if Harden's gonna get traded, it's gonna be like a mid-season trade. You know what I mean? When that trade line opens. So, we still need to see James Harden, Cousins, and John Wall. If they are a crazy trio, and Cousins is super healthy, and Wall is super healthy, and Wall is more effective than Russ was, then maybe Harden will want to stay. And if they are just destroying people, then maybe the Rockets would want to keep him as well. But I don't see them dominating to that extent to where Harden will want to stay. But the Rockets will not trade him if they do well, though. If they're trash and it's not going well, then mid-season, he's gone.
Yeah, I mean, he's either doing one of two things here. He's either upping his trade value, because I don't think he's getting great offers. Otherwise, it would have happened already.
His stock dropped, so he came out on bold. That 17 assists is very impressive because, he don't want to be there, you know what I mean? And he's Mr. ISO, so the fact that he was sharing the ball around was very good, So I think, he's upping his stock.
If I'm Harden, I might be having second thoughts about this whole drama, because I'll tell you something, like the Rockets, Eric Gordon hasn't played, John Wall hasn't played, DeMarcus Cousins hasn't played. They got the whole safety protocols things, but they'll be back eventually. They're all healthy, and hopefully they can stay healthy. And the way they've been playing, they seem to look like a real team. Steven Silas, I think, is going to do a really good job with this team. He seems like a real stand-up guy as well. So this team could be really scary if they all stick together. Yeah, man. I done told you I had two benefits. I had my top two benefits of watching Pistons games, because believe me, there weren't many. And one of which is I got to see my boy D Rose ball out. And the second thing is brother, I discovered a demigod. I discovered a demigod in the trenches of Detroit, and his name is Christian Wood. And Harden is probably seeing something like, man, this guy is catching my lobs. This guy is giving me double-doubles. And I don't think
Mhm.
John Wall. John Wall and Brody have like a similar play style where it's like head down, go go go. I don't think John Wall had the scoring ego that Westbrook had. Well, obviously, he didn't. Wall's never averaged 30, so I think it could be different. And you've got DeMarcus Cousins, who is probably learning how to play smarter with his body because he had so many injuries. I don't know, bro. I think he should stay. I honestly think this could be a very likable team. And I think they would be able to make the playoffs, especially if Harden dishes out 17 assists.
All right, well, I'll let you know what I'm worried about. I'm worried about Warriors being super trash and they send it for Harden. They just give up the
What would they
farm.
give? What would they give?
Literally all of them. Anyone but Curry and Clay. Take the rest.
Yeah, but like, why would Rockets do that? I mean, I could see them maybe getting Oubre or something, but even Oubre is playing
Oubre
terrible
and
to start.
Wiggins. Oh, they're both playing terrible. We'll get to them later.
Awful, awful. Anyways, so you don't think he should stay, even from what you've seen and like, bro, because he came out hungry. He's not coming out like he doesn't want to play.
Well, but that's the thing. Like, even before he played, I never doubted that. Like, when Harden's on the court, he always balls. He's never not going to ball.
Because he's looking more out
But
of shape than ever.
it was the off the court things that were very concerning. He just seems, checked out. He's just upping his own value right now. That's why he dropped 17 assists. Just clear, 40 and 17.
Crazy.
Like I said, if John Wall, and Cousins play really well, hopefully that convinces Harden to stay. But I just don't think. I think by mid-season it's gonna still happen.
But will they trade? Well, actually, it's very interesting because the Nets trade is like the most speculated one, right? Is it more? Doesn't it? Well, and with Spencer Dinwiddie going down for the rest of the season with a partial ACL tear, would the trade still happen? Or they would need to throw in Kyrie or something like that. Nets
Yeah.
would.
See, that's the thing is that they wanted Kyrie at least, and they were probably offering Spencer and Levert. So the fact that Spencer's hurt now makes them really want Kyrie even more. So I actually doubt
Yeah.
the trade, unless they're really that shook about Spencer being down and they want someone to replace him really badly. Maybe then they
Yeah.
might look into Harden, but I find that trade too hard now. Because in my opinion, it was always going to be Spencer and Levert at least.
Bro, Harden needs to go play with the Greek Freak. If anything, if anything is gonna like work out for the best for him, he needs to go play with Giannis in Milwaukee.
Them lobs.
Dem lobs, yeah, yeah. And I saw Milwaukee the other day, and they're not looking too bad. They're not looking too bad. They are very much the same, very similar. Drew Holiday is a bit of an upgrade from a lot of an upgrade actually from Bledsoe, in my opinion. But hey, man, if Harden can go play with Giannis, there's your answer, James. That's yeah.
Harden
Yeah.
to Golden State would be scary. Harden to Milwaukee would be scary, and Harden to the Heat would be scary.
The Heat. I don't know about the Heat.
Depends on how much they lose for him, but we'll see.
Well, that does it for the intro, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to the beef of this video. How they looking? Los Angeles Lakers edition. They are 2-2 so far. 4 games at home to start off with. I think the league was very kind to them. They said, "Yo, y'all are coming off a championship. You had a very demanding season. Let's give you 4 games at home." They blew 2 of them. They lost to the Blazers and they lost yesterday, and they lost to the Clippers on opening night. By the way, a little bit of a mention is, let me guess, Paul George. Is it Doc Rivers' fault y'all lost by 50? Whose fault is that one? It's just, let me just slot that in there real quick. But,
pick and rolls, good word?
Mm-hmm. Like a Ray Allen type player, right, PG? Anyways, back to what we're talking about. So how they looking? You got a thought?
Ooh.
Yeah, the Los Angeles Lakers. Overall, how are we seeing them? With the addition of Schroeder, Marc Gasol, Montrez, we've seen the rise of TNT.
Back to back. Got drinking, we going back to back.
Really? Do you think so?
Looking wild, looking crazy. I know when they versed the Wolves, I know that the Wolves with no cap, but we had no AD and we still went out there and the
Mm,
energy was high. Straight up, every single Laker on the court is constantly yapping, bro. They're either talking trash to their opponent or talking to their teammate. They're all pointing, they're all
mm,
communicating. A very high effort on both sides at all times. They're always hunting steals. They're always hunting straight up. The effort is there. They're all being rats out there.
mm.
It's so good. Very high energy, and to be honest, they're shooting well as well. I'm not mad about the
Yeah,
Blazers loss. I think the game just stayed close and they got unlucky at the end. Just didn't go away at the end. But for example, the
yeah,
way we started off that game, we were coming in hot.
yep,
I'm very happy with what I'm seeing from Kuz. I'm very happy with Harold. Gasol is a bit hit or miss. I think him getting the ball in the post and sussing it from there is good. He's not a sniper, he's not a shooter, but he can hit the cheeky three, which is cool.
mm. Hey
West
man,
has been a bit disappointing so far. I'm not gonna lie. West has just
so
been
far,
MIA. I've literally wanted to debut the bow and arrow emoji in the chat and still haven't done it once. Yep, I want to see that Selly. That's gonna be so swag, and we haven't even seen it yet. I think he needs to get rid of the afro. That's my opinion. I think straight up. Nah, I'm not joking, bro. It's a mental thing. I think it's straight up weighing him down. Remember Tatum in the bubble. The moment he got the fade, he dropped 30 the next day. So
Kyrie as well.
yeah, even
A
Curry
couple
got rid
years
of
back
his.
or whatever.
Even Curry got rid of his little braids, let it out, and
It's
started shooting
funny.
better.
It's
Here
funny.
matters. Here matters.
It does matter. Well,
So
let's break it down specifically. So the first section, we break these down into sections. So how they looking, the stars of the team. How are LeBron and AD looking?
Oh mate, I think AD somehow, some way, his form has gotten even better. He's more wet. He's taking less of those long twos that I started off this channel hating about. He's simply
Mm,
shooting closer to the basket. So even when he
mm,
misses those, I ain't mad because they're literally high percentage shots, which is exactly what I paid for. You know what I
mm,
mean? You know what I'm
mm.
saying, right? Like he actually
I
shoots quite
do.
close to the basket. So if it misses, it's like,
He,
oh, unlucky.
but
He's
man,
taking good
he's
shots. He's taking wise shots, and when he takes the shots, they look good. So very happy. And LeBron looking the same. He almost caught a body on the Wolves. That was pretty crazy.
yeah. He tried to end.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's like the second game of the season. He tried to end the career.
Literally. Well, let me just. I'm gonna pull these out for you. So AD, I think AD's gotten off to a rougher start than we expected. Like he's averaging what is this 19? Where's the rebounds? 19, 7.7. Sorry, 8.3. 19, 8 and 4. About 19, 8 and 4. Now, heading into the season, in my mind, in the playoffs, in the bubble, AD was looking like the MVP of the league.
Mhm.
So, and he's 27, and he's entering his prime. I'm expecting AD to average damn near 30 this season. I literally think AD can average 30 this season. The fact that he's pulling up from three, Vogel gave him the green light to shoot a couple more threes a game as well. So I think AD has a very strong chance to be the MVP. So I mean, he had a bad game yesterday. It's fine. It is what it is. I think if he just scored maybe like 5 or 6 more points, we win the game. Just showed a little bit more ADness.
I
But
think
so
I
far,
think it's
so
pretty
far,
tough to average 30 with Harold and Shooter. I think Lakers can score better now, like as a whole team. In our
mm,
first few teams, there was like no one that scored like 20. Everyone was in the tens. So the points are being spread out a lot more. So I don't think AD and LeBron are going to average a crazy amount, to be honest, because they don't need to,
mm,
which is fantastic. But I think, AD, when he needs to drop his 30 and get like his 40-20 game, when he goes crazy,
yeah,
hit those free throws,
exactly. And
it's in there. And I think AD was fine. He was coming off a little injury last game. He was just a bit off. But I think he's fine. I think he looks good to me.
so if he can average 25 to 30 points a game, which I think he can, I want
Mhm.
AD. Here's what I want for AD. I want AD to lead the league in rebounds, and I want him to lead the league in blocks. If you can do that and average 25 to 30, what else? And be in the top seeded team. What bigger case do you have for MVP? I think he's definitely in the case for an MVP. It's a long time coming. The guy's been
LeBron's gonna take it
for a
away
long
from
time.
him. Those two aren't gonna get MVP because one takes away from the other. Vintage league voters. I don't make the votes, man. This is how it goes.
And then how
LeBron
it
should
used
get
to be.
MVP every year, but never gets it.
Well, Shaq got MVP with Kobe, so
I'm making a little bit of a call, Ali. Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay.
Kyle Kuzma, most improved.
No, that's whack. That's whack. Nope.
He looking good to me, man. He looks more comfortable in his role. He
Played
looking happy when he does those little 2-step and then takes the 3.
Played like
Liking
doo-doo
his
yesterday.
effort. Nah, he getting blocks, man. He's out here. He's really out here. He got
played
his
ass yesterday.
He's comfortable. He's not insecure about being traded or not. He out here.
I mean, no, he had a bad game yesterday. He's an inconsistent player. If he can be consistently,
if he can just get those good games a bit more often than last year, I think he could get MIP.
No, see, when you play underneath LeBron and AD, you can't. Like an MIP is like you jump up 5 to 6, 7 points a game. I don't think you can do that, especially if you're a third, fourth, especially with Trez and Wes Matthews. Granted, he starts hitting his threes. You can't.
Kuze, I didn't like his offseason, what he was doing in the offseason, his little photos and whatnot. But hey, he's producing on the court, so we chilling. So I'm happy with that.
We chilling. Yeah, we'll get to predictions soon, actually. We need to, because the season started. We need to do our seeding. We need to do our awards. We got to do all that stuff. That stuff. But moving on, I mean, LeBron, we don't even need to. The guy's looking damn near the exact same. It's just crazy. It's amazing. The GOAT is here. The GOAT is ready for title number 5, and he's going to chase that. Best believe it, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on, how they looking? Los Angeles Lakers edition. The role players. So, like we said, right? Trez, who's the starting lineup? Schroeder, Trez, Gasol, West. How are they looking?
All right, so basically, this is how this is going to go. I think Harold's going to be very consistent, walking double-double. He's going to get those auto 2s with contact, you know what I mean? At any point, he can get that at any time. Cheeky and one, energy plays, offensive rebounds. Harold, I think he's going to be very consistent for us. Wes, he still has not woken up. I'm hoping that, later on in the season, he gets more comfortable, starts getting better from 3. I think Gasol is actually going to be very good for us come playoff time. I think both Gasol and Vogel would have figured out what to do with each other. And I think he'll come in clutch. He's going to be like that veteran with the high IQ plays, you know what I mean? He's not a Howard. He's not JaVale McGree. He's completely different. He's going to play make. He's going to be an extra playmaker. That's his role. Plus cheeky D here and there and some veteran smartness. But I think Schroeder is the key to the Lakers, in my opinion. I think this year we're going to have some games where he shoots us out the game because he didn't shoot well and kept trying to shoot, and we lose because of it. And that's okay because there's going to be those games where he's on fire and he's going to win us a lot of games. I think we go as far as Schroeder goes pretty much because I think everyone else, you sort of know what to expect. Schroeder is going to be kind of like the Kuzma of last year, the one where we don't know what we're actually going to get from him night to night. Probably the most inconsistent because he's going to take a lot of shots, but we don't know if he's going to make it all. But when he gets going, it's a wrap. Pretty much when Schroeder's on, it's the dub. When Schroeder's off, potential L, pretty much. And I think, hopefully he gets it together come playoff time because, he's a dog. He's a rat. He's a guard that we didn't have. I like to call him the slithery snake when he drives to the hoop. We did not have a guard that was slithery like that last season. So
no.
So I think Schroeder's the key to this team. Schroeder wins, so we win.
I think they should take the Cavs LeBron route and maybe trade Wes and Gasol just pull off a random trade that no one sees coming. Wes Matthews and Marc Gasol are not it for this team. I'm calling it now. Wes Matthews is averaging 2 points for the season. He hasn't made a three yet. 33% from the field. It's 4 games in, fam. I mean, I guess I can give him a 10-game ultimatum like Lonzo Ball, but which, by the way,
I
hey
have
man,
I have more faith in Gasol than West right now, for sure.
I do. That I agree with that. But they're both, man. Gasol is 35, bro. Like it's not it. Where is the manimal? Where is Kenneth Fareed?
But I mean, we have Harold. That's pretty much the same kind of role in a way.
We do, but we only have two big men, don't we? We've got
Yeah.
those two. That's
Uh,
it.
there's no.
The thing is, bro,
That's why I
Portland
want.
got rebounded us.
That's why I wanted Cousins. But you were scared of his injuries, and that's fair enough. But see, now we're stuck with Gasol, brother. Now we're stuck with.
But we're not stuck with him. We can pull off a trade. We can do something. They can trade Gasol and Wes.
We were happy with Schroeder and Harold because they're both like 26, so we knew we got some good youngins on the team. But when we got Gasol and Matthews, we knew that they're older players, so we knew that this was going to happen. They're probably not in full shape yet. They're not fully on form, still getting used to the team. So hopefully by next season we'll see whether or not they're truly worth keeping or not. But right now, Wes, like,
Yeah,
I don't understand, bro. Just catch a shooting three, brother. Like, I don't get it. Like, you're missing
yeah,
out.
yeah. He's that. He's that. I mean, I
Like,
want to see it. I want to see it. I like Wes Matthews.
but Gasol at least has already had a good game. You know what I mean for us.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
got a
I
lot of
see it.
playmaked a lot. He even got Kuzma going and stuff like that. So like he's
See,
working his way around.
see, that's the one thing, right? That's the one benefit that I see. That's the benefit that I see in Gasol is he can be pretty good for guidance of Kuzma, and
Mm-hmm.
I think is a big credit to why Kuzma has played better than usual the last few games.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, we got out rebounded by the Blazers yesterday, and they didn't even have Whiteside this time around. It's kind of
A nice team despite losing Whiteside. They're still a nice team. And Melo did
very
well.
nice. I think they got Melo didn't play yesterday.
Mm-hmm. No Melo,
Yeah,
and they did very well.
and Gary Trent, man,
Oh, yeah,
monkey
man.
nuts, bro.
We became fans of him in the bubble.
Gorilla, bro. He's like you know the celebration, the Kobe celebration, the big nuts celebration. That's him. Gary Trent is a ballsy dude. I like that. I like him a lot.
And CJ, so now they have a third sweat on the team. Too much.
They do. They do. But anyways, how they look in Los Angeles Lakers edition, the role players. I like a few of them, but I think we have a couple of inconsistencies that still need to be addressed. It's 4 games in, so I'm not gonna get all. I'm not gonna jump to conclusion. But so far, I mean, West, man, like you gotta hit 1-3. That's what you're there for. You're the Danny Green replacement, fam. It's gotta. You can't.
They can't
We
be
didn't
doing
mean
worse.
we didn't mean that
They
literally.
can't be doing worse. Yeah. But he's doing even worse. Even Danny Green at least hit one.
At least when hit one, yeah. I mean, so how are they looking? Los Angeles Lakers edition, the bench. So yeah, Kuzma, the backup squad. THT.
Bloody tastic, brother.
Mm, mm.
Shooter and Harold, just yeah, man. We got 20 point per game scorers on our bench. Well,
Shooter
one stop
started.
I was sitting.
Yeah.
But it's all good. We got lots of depth. We got Alex and stuff like that. We
Mm.
good. We good. I think the only thing we're lacking is just that one extra big.
Yeah.
We're looking good, man. We got lots of depth in our team. I think the only thing we're missing is like an extra big, pretty much. That would be nice, but we don't
That's
have.
it.
That's pretty much the only thing we need is like a cheeky shot blocker, which we don't have because Gasol's not really that guy. But
Yeah.
to be honest, let's face it. I'm calling. I got a nickname for AD this season. Calling him the antidote.
The antidote. The antidote.
He is the answer to all our problems. He will be the one that's going to guard KD. He's going to be the one to mark Giannis. He's going to be the one to mark whoever. He is the one that shuts down everybody. And when it was playoff time, when Lillard was hot, give him to AD, it was over. Bye, Lillard. You know what I mean?
It was the meta. So,
and then, yeah, it's over. He's the antidote.
to wrap this up, because we broke down the players. Oh, Taylor Horton Tucker. How can we forget a new fan favorite? Alex, he's on that Alex Caruso train where everyone's just loving this dude, and I don't blame them. I like this guy a lot, bro.
We don't get to say this a lot, Ali, with the Lakers, but we can finally say it. Now that's a youngin'.
Now that's a youngin', bro. That guy is finishing at the rim with confidence. He's shooting. He's D'ing up.
His finishing is like janky, but it works. You know what I mean? It's like buzzy. It looks different.
Yeah.
It's like this, you know? Like, I don't get it. Can you do it? Like this.
I don't really get it, eh? Like, yeah.
I don't really get it, but it works. It phases them. It phases us. It goes in. Fantastic.
That is what it is. Well, with that being said, how they look in Los Angeles Lakers edition? Back to back?
Back to back. Straight up, the only threat we have, seriously, is, I guess, out of respect, the Clippers in the West. But the true contender is the Nets in the East. KD and Kyrie is the only issue we have. And like I said, we have Anthony the Antidote Davis. Gonna shut KD down along with LeBron, and we Gucci. I'm just gonna add just real quick because I know this is Lakers, but straight up, so far, Kyrie being more efficient than KD is like incredibly scary. That's just crazy.
So scary, bro.
That genuinely has me scared. Like seeing how Kyrie is somehow, because KD's, it's not like he's being inefficient. He's being still KD.
He's being KD.
Kyrie's even more efficient. It's like, whoa. So that, that's like, all right. But, the antidote is coming. The vaccine is coming.
Yeah. That's what I mean, right? Is I think Lakers Nets is the only threat. And it's like, you don't have to do out of respect. Clippers aren't a threat. I ain't scared. I ain't scared, fam. Go back to the basement. But overall, I think LeBron can go for number 5 this season. Like I said, when we go, I think we're gonna really show our frustrations when we verse really good teams, like a Nets or like a Bucks. You know what I mean? Heat. I think Wes Matthews and Gasol really need to step up, especially before games like that, because that's gonna show. It's gonna rear its ugly head, honestly.
Listen, I'm gonna do my best not to overreact to those matchups in the regular season. Unless I see AD straight up marking KD the whole game and getting torched, then I'll be worried. But when it's one of those games where like AD guards him like twice the whole game, then I ain't worried. Because I think that's the antidote. That's the antidote.
Yeah, it really is. It's the antidote.
Strap it up.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. How they looking? Los Angeles Lakers edition and episode 36 of the Locked Up podcast. Shout out to the Elgato Cam link. You messed up for a second, but that's okay. We'll get working on it. Shout out to Aslam, man. Timestamps are in the description. Follow the socials. Comment, like, subscribe, man. We're getting a lot more engagement than we're used to, so we're really enjoying it. Please keep it coming. Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year. Stay safe. And we will see you for episode 37. Peace.
Merry Christmas.